Okay, here's the 5th grade at Leland Street Elementary School. Say hi, everybody.
Hello! And one more thing before we start.
Yeah,
make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Hit that notification bell. Elsa Spider will crawl inside your mouth and lay eggs inside your mouth.
Ew, that's disgusting.
All right.
I'm going to subscribe myself.
All right, our topic for today is Goofy a man or a dog? What do you say?
I think that Goofy is a man because, number one, he's 83 years old. There's no dog that has reached that. Only like humans and maybe like a fish could really do that. And like a couple of animals. There's very few animals that can do that. And I'm talking about like in the wild a little bit. So, I think that, and another thing is that I think he just had really good plastic surgery since he got a ton of money from those shows. And also, I think this is kind of stupid that people think that he's a dog, even though he's called Dippity Dog. I kind of understand, but it's just a nickname. That's all it is. Also, he has 5 fingers, 1, 2, like us, which means there's no way that he could just be a dog. And also, most importantly, how can a dog lift weights? Like what? My dog can barely even, like, how can he lift with his hands if he's not human? Because it's not like dogs have like the strongest hands in existence.
Look, I want to disagree with you. For one reason, Goofy's an amorphic dog with some human-like features. And he can, because of that, he can walk, talk, live as many years as a human, but he also has some features of a dog. Like you see Pluto's back of his head? Yeah, that's a small department for the brain. And Goofy has the same thing. He has the same snout as Pluto. He also acts like a dog sometimes. If you think that he's actually a human, you're basically implying that he's a furry. And like I don't think someone wants that in like a nice kid's show. So like basically you're implying that he's a furry and like they would actually put a human that's friends with tons of animals and also tries to like wanted to date one. And I still don't believe that like they will try to put a human try to date an animal from a kid TV show. So don't imply that Goofy is a man.
First of all, Goofy is a man. And he's a man because like the kid in the Jurassic Park shirt said he has 5 fingers, and if you can count correctly, then you'll count 5 on your hand. Unlike Mickey has 4 fingers, if you can count again. Anyways, that kid has a big brain, and we all have brains. It's not just Goofy who has a thing here. We all have it. That's how we think, kid. And because he might have a long snout because he may have a big mouth.
Oh, weird.
And it's not all dogs have long snouts. Like my dog, let's say Estrella, she has a medium-sized mouth. She barks really loud though. And Goofy doesn't bark. And what episode are you referring to as when he was trying to be a
Dog show. And another one, if you can count, I'm pretty sure you can, because you're in 5th grade, there's usually, you can find dogs with 4 fingernails, but in the, like, for their thumb, there's also another one. So that's 5 fingernails right there. And if like humans have big mouths, we don't see humans with snouts though. Like even so they have big mouths. But dogs, if they have a big mouth, they might have a bigger snout or a smaller snout. And when like Max was born and like he turned to a teenager, he still looked like Goofy with the long snout, nose, and the nose is like the color of the nose of a dog. They can smell, and like Goofy's more of a dog than a human.
Plastic surgery can get you a long snout. If you wanted to, you can dress up as a dog with your plastic surgery. And Goofy doesn't have paws like Pluto. He has 2 hands, 5 fingers, and the reason why he has a glove is because it's hard to draw hands for Disney. Drawing animations with hands are really hard. That's why they make all their characters with gloves. And Goofy doesn't have that one tiny finger here. He has them all here, kids. Get it right.
Okay, Goofy is not a man. It is not a dog. It is a cow, okay? So, I get it.
That's how you
So, in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, my favorite childhood show, Mickey Mouse is with Minnie Mouse, and Daisy Duck is with Donald Duck. Pluto has no one, okay? That's sad. And Goofy, if it was a dog, it would be connected to Pluto. And Goofy is connected to, Clarabelle. That would make Goofy a dog. Oh yeah, cow, sorry. I'm sorry, but I disagree with you. I think it's a dog. Because since literally the whole show is about animals, it would be weird if there's just a human in there. Or like just a man standing there like quack, woof, hello. Quack, woof, like if you say like since like Jurassic Park, sure, he said it's weird if a dog is 83. Dog years. Dog years exist. So if he's like, I don't know, like if the dog actually made it a really high age, like for example, probably not like 20, that would be probably maybe up to like 83. So he actually can be 83 now because of dog years. And if he has a kid, and his kid is a dog too, because if he's a dog, he's a dog. And if he has human features, they don't want the whole show to just be about a dog that just acts like a dog. It's like, woof, bark. Like, that would be boring, just watching a dog. So if it was a human features, like, if, that would be more entertaining because kids would understand what's happening in the show. So if he lifts weights, people will understand that he's trying to lift weights and he's trying his best. And when he's trying to fish, that's what people do, and it's about animals doing whatever. So if he's fishing and lifting weights, it's okay.
I think that Goofy has to be a dog because when they first created him in 1939, they gave him the name Dippy Dog, which implies that he's a dog and not a human, like you guys are saying. It's like my dog, I named her Princess, but if we changed it to like a name I wanted, like Snow White, because she's white and like it fits really good with her, like the damage would already be done. Her name was Princess. We have a collar that says Princess. It's gonna be August that she was Princess. Yeah.
I disagree with you, Salvador. No, number one, I said this earlier. I said this in the beginning. I said that the Dippy Dog was just a nickname. It's like maybe if I call the person with the gray shirt and I call him Dragon Face. Does he have a dragon face? No. Does he? Does he look like a dragon on his face? And it's like saying, it's a nickname. That's all it is. He's really a man. He is a man. There's no way you can unconvince me. He has to be a man.
Okay, but wait. Nicknames have to be based off something. Like, my name is Salvador, but I'm called Sal because my name is way too long. Dippy Dog's name was based off him being a dog. It just makes more sense because, where do you get the nickname from?
Okay, you guys need to spell. Dippy Dog, I looked it up. It was D-A-W-G. It was not D-O-G, okay? I'm so smart.
It's D-I-P-P-Y.
It was dog.
Doppy.
Dog.
Doppy dog.
D-A-W-G. Dog.
She forgot the Dippy part.
I would like to say that Goofy is a dog, and anyone who disagrees with me is a freak. Like, he's not a cow, he's not a man. Like, where'd you even get that from? Tell me, where'd you get that from? Google. You see, he is a dog, and it's been confined by Disney. Yeah, you can't beat the people who made Goofy. They literally said he was a dog. So, try beating that. The people who created Goofy said that he is a dog. So, yeah, all your opinions, garbage. My opinion, God tier.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So, try beating that.
Actually, I say Goofy is a man
That
because
sucks.
on the episode he was driving and dogs can't drive. Tell me one dog that can drive. Dogs can put with one foot on driving the pedal and then two hands on the thing because they can't grab onto the wheel. So and they also can't lift weights. They have to be like plastic or because that's why it has to be a man in a costume. It has to be a costume. And he's trying to lift the weights. It probably has to be plastic or something. And also, dogs cannot ride roller coasters. That's why Goofy is a dog, a man, not a dog.
I'm disagreeing with you, great kid. I'm Goofy, and I want to say that a lot of people think that I'm a man just because I can walk like a human and drive. Do a lot more things like human, but it's not because I'm a human. I'm not. I wish to be, but I'm not. I do all the things because I'm smart. I'm smart, and I will tell you my story. I live with I used to have a family, but I was in a tiny home that I can barely fit in the trash. And when I pee in the floor was so disgusting. So then I run away from them, and then I found a house that was alone. There was a car, a bunch of clothes, and then just what I'm talking about right now, just dogs can know what I'm talking about now. Humans cannot don't know what I'm talking about now. So that's why.
Okay, wait. Listen, we all know that Disney said it was a dog opposed to a cow.
But so what? Anyone can think what they want to think. You don't have to say anyone's opinion is garbage and yours is God tier. Someone said that to you, I'm pretty sure you would feel pretty upset. So, Goofy, we all think what we have to think, and we all know what we gotta know. So, what I know is that Goofy is a man. And some people have been saying that he's an anthropomorphic dog, which is basically a man in a dog costume, like Gray Shirt said over there. So, and I have been thinking that maybe they put a nuclear war, like back in the 1980s or something. And Dippy Dog, with this girl, she said that it was spelled D-A-W-G. That's just a gangster version of dog, like an actual dog. Like, what's up, dog? Like that type. It's basically that. So that's why I think Goofy's a man.
I think that Goofy is a man because he could walk with his 2 feet and could communicate with others. Goofy was designed by Walt Disney Company with turtleneck and vest, shoes, pants, white gloves, and a taller hat designed as a Rumpelfellow. And in the 1940 films, Goofy had a son and a wife who looked like humans themselves. And I got one more thing. Websites are thinking that Goofy is elaborating that Goofy is a more of a human character, and I think that's why Goofy is a human.
I think Goofy is a man because he does a lot of human activities, like he can work and he can drive, and he can also ride roller coasters. And dogs can't fish, but Goofy can, and he does really a lot of stuff that dogs can't do. Like Goofy can drive and go to work, while dogs really can't do that. They just stay home and just get walks. And Goofy can also read books and smoke out of a pipe. And dogs can't do that.
Yeah, I would just have to disagree with everybody who thinks he's a man, because I just have one question for you. Who asked? Tell me, who asked for your opinion?
Socratic Seminar did.
Say it with me, everybody. Nobody cares about your opinion.
YouTube does.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about you.
It's a little too
Get
extreme.
out of here.
A little too extreme.
I'm taking this outside right
No,
now.
we're not. We're staying here.
Actually, Mr. Miller told us to get what our opinion is, so
Outer circle. Let's move on. Outer circle. What did you guys notice about the inner circle?
I noticed that Seabass was trying to argue that his thing was the best and said that at the end he put a question nobody asked, and I saw that everyone was like arguing, which is good because that's what they're supposed to be doing.
I noticed that that purple shirt and blue sweater both had different opinions, and the thing is that purple shirt kind of went out of the topic, but she had her statement ready. And I noticed that blue shirt also had the same and had more evidence about the clubhouse. And I also noticed that black shirt and other black shirt were like both pretty quiet when they were saying their argument, and that Jurassic Park added more information than his like before and after argument.
I noticed that some people kind of took from other people's
just arguments. I'm not giving an example because, I don't want to shout out some people on accident. I don't want to be mean. But I noticed some people would take other people's arguments and kind of word them in different ways, or even just say whatever they said.
All right, let's switch it up. Kid in the gray sweatshirt, can you scoot forward so I can see your face? All right, the topic continues. Is Goofy a man or a dog?
I think that Goofy is most definitely a dog. Well, I have this checklist here, just for the people that think he's a man. So I'm gonna use it on my friend here, white jacket with Adidas. Okay, so first we got, for the people who thinks he's a man, does this man have a fat, long ears? Does he have them? No, turn his head. No, he doesn't. Now, does he have a fat snout? No, he doesn't. So that one's checked off too. Next thing, do you have 4 fingers? I looked up pictures of Goofy. He has 4 fingers. Do you have 4 fingers? No, he has 5. Next thing, does he have a little nose? No, he doesn't. Also, does he have whiskers? Do you have little whiskers? No, he doesn't.
Not yet.
And also, you're basically telling me that Mickey Mouse isn't a mouse because they're in the same type of, place. That's really, disgusting. If someone told me that Mickey Mouse wasn't a mouse and he's a man, that would scare me, and I would really start crying because, I didn't grow up with Mickey Mouse, but my sister did, and I didn't even know her at the time, but yeah. And, I've seen toys from it and stuff, and I would cry too. Also, I want to talk about, how people are saying, oh, dogs can't walk. Yes, they can. In Asia, or any other country, I don't know, tell me if you know. Anyways, they've trained dogs, kind of abusing them though, kind of sad, pray for them. They abuse the dogs to make them walk, and I think that's what happened to Goofy, because, how can he walk then? And also, I want to talk about car, how he can drive a car. My dog can drive a car, and she drives a Mercedes Benz. It's so nice, and she never crashed it before. That's why he can drive a car. Also, there's no reason he has a son that, went to college. He had his education. He had a son, right? I want to send my dog to college in the future. She's kind of old for it, but there's a thing called adult college. Anyways, yeah. So, and also, you're kind of telling me that Donald Duck isn't a duck, Mickey Mouse isn't a mouse, Minnie Mouse isn't a mouse, and all the other characters, you're telling me they aren't the animals they're supposed to be? Yes. That's pretty weird. So don't talk to me again in your life if you think that, Goofy is a man. That's weird.
Goofy is definitely a dog because I don't know if you know this, but Goofy used to listen to Who Let the Dogs Out. And humans, right now, they don't even like this song because they'll just curl into a ball and roll into Antarctica when they hear this song. So that makes sense why Goofy is a dog, because he actually listens to a song and he is a dog himself. And from Mickey Mouse to Clubhouse, I don't want to see a man on that TV show. looking at me with Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, the Clubhouse song, and the theme song. Because why would a man be on that show? Because like that just wouldn't make any sense why a man is so different than the other animals. And his name used to be Dippy Dog, but you know, my nickname is Gray Adidas Sweatshirt. So, and I'm still Gray Adidas Sweatshirt, just like how Dippy Dog is still Dippy Dog, but his new nickname is Goofy. So that's why he is a dog.
I think that Goofy is a man because he does a lot more things that humans do than dogs. He walks on two legs and dogs walk on four. He has two arms and he drives home from work in a car. And he has a son named Max that he sent to college. If dogs have kids, they can't send them to college. Goofy also wears clothes like men do. And he has a son named Max that he sent to college. I don't think you'll see someone walking Goofy on a leash outside. But at the end of it, it's all just a Disney cartoon and the character can make their creator whoever they want it to be.
I say that Goofy is a dog, and let me tell you why. Yeah, he might walk up straight with two legs, and he might wear clothing. There is a such thing as doggy clothing. Trust me, I have seen it, and I have put it on my dog, Becky. Now, Becky is very famous. She owns her own college, and she has introduced me to all her friends in that college. Yes, I actually teach there every Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays, because that's when they're open. So if you don't go to that college, you won't have proof. But I have, and I have proof. And actually, it's in my house. There's like 1,000 doggy colleges. So you might have not seen it because your dogs don't trust you. But also, the clubhouse is filled with animals because it's an animal cartoon. So if there would be a random person there just like standing there and surrounded by animals, don't you think that would just be out of place? And he might drive a car and dogs can't do that. Well, let me tell you something. He is an anthropomorphic dog, so he has human traits. That doesn't mean he's a human. He just has human traits because that's how he wants to be. Pluto is his dog because he thinks that he's a human, and he should live like that if he wants to be. But he's a dog, and he knows it, but he just wants to be a human. That's why he acts like this. And for all of you guys who say that Goofy is a man, you are wrong, and your opinion is just like horrible, and I bet so is your argument. So I'm done.
You know, I agree that, Goofy's a dog and stuff, but I just like to correct you on a couple things. You know how you said, Pluto's Goofy's dog. That's a little bit wrong. It's Mickey's dog. Yeah. I'd also like to mention the anthropomorphic type, thing. That actually is a real thing, and it's when animals, they try to be, they're a wannabe of a human, which makes me feel really good inside because I know that people want to be me.
Well, an anthropomorphic.
Sorry, I'm still talking. Anyways, so I just wanted to correct you on a couple things, love your bedazzle, just wanted to, be friendly, that's why, also, I need you to tell me the name of that college, man, like, I really want to go. I want to put my dog Oreo in it, just so you know.
I just want to say, like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like, anthropomorphic dog, that's a thing in the dog world. Just letting you know, facts. Search it up on Google search, it's there. Right.
Do you have a name for that college?
Oh yeah, I do. Okay, it's specifically called the Animal Club Union. ACU.
I think Goofy's the dog because when at Disneyland, there's no way he's gonna. I actually watch like cartoons or TV shows about him. He's not a human because they don't want to scare little kids out. And Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and the rest of them, they're all animals, so they don't want a human in there. And they all stand up. I know it's just a cartoon and it's not real, but they just want little kids to laugh and have fun with the show and all that.
I think Goofy is a dog because I know you guys are saying in the show he lifts weights and goes on roller coasters, but the show was built for like 4 or 5-year-olds. It doesn't have to be logical, and it doesn't have to be true. If it was based on something true, kids probably wouldn't like it and they wouldn't watch it.
All of you guys are saying that he's a man and he's a dog. I think that he's half and half. Because if SpongeBob could form to different shapes in his show, it's a cartoon. He could form to a dog and a man.
Goofy is a dog. I have a lot of proof. I mean, like, in one of the episodes, Goofy was communicating with Pluto. And also they have the same hump in the back of their head. But the biggest proof is they do have clothes, dog clothes. Like, I have 2 dogs, and for Halloween, one of them was dressed up as a lion. They got the best clothes. Also, if they were humans, it would ruin a lot of kids' childhoods for like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck or any character. It would ruin their childhood. So that's why I think Goofy and all the other characters are dogs in other hands.
I feel like Goofy is a dog. You guys say that he can't go on roller coasters. Well, he can. I went on Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm, and guess what? I saw a thing that said no dogs on it. Why not? Dogs should be able to go on roller coasters. I feel like what you could do is if you have the lap bar tight enough, they can fit in there and they can stay on that ride. They fall off, they fall off. They fall off. If they fall off, it's the lap bar's fault. Then we know to tighten it even more, keep them in. So we have the dog to go on the roller coaster. Yeah, if it kills them, it kills me. I do not care. It is a science project, okay? So Goofy is a dog, okay? There's a lot of proof on Disney Plus. There's a lot of proof on Google search. There's a lot of proof on YouTube. Even Walt Disney confirmed it. Yes, his original name was Dippy Dog. So, his original name was Dippy Dog. Okay, at the end it says dog. Yes, some people might think, oh, it's just like, it's not actual dog. It's like the hipster version of it. No. He is a dog. There is like always facts on YouTube and Google search. I feel like in the episode Dog Show, they have a lot of evidence there. I feel like you guys should like not just look at the same basic stuff that Mr. Miller gives us. I feel like you should give us more stuff. That's what I feel like. Because everyone keeps giving the same evidence. It's boring and like it's uninspired. It is boring. So, on a dog show, there is one where Mickey and Pluto are doing tricks, right? And Goofy throws the bone and then Pluto ends up being dead. Or hurting himself, let's just say that. Because dead is rude. So then Mickey said to Goofy that if they did win, they would give all the prize money to the orphans at the orphanage. And Goofy felt really bad. He said, oh, those poor little orphans. So then when Pluto started scratching himself, so did Goofy. And while Pluto was chewing on bones, Goofy was like eating a sandwich. And one of the weirdest things that Goofy did is when Pluto was like just like sitting there moving around a bit, Goofy sat on the floor and rubbed his butt on the floor. That is disgusting. That is what my dog does. And in the episode Father's Day weekend, he alerts the family. He looks out the window like my dog does, my dog, he's a protector here. If he was able to become a police, I'm pretty sure he would. Or a fireman. Hey, he likes those things. And he alerts us when there's any noise outside. That's what Goofy did. When he heard like the people in the car coming out, he warned everyone to get like the place cleaned up and ready to make it look good. But then he ends up finding out that they just went to the other house. And then Goofy's like just mad because he wasted all his time on that. Poor Goofy. He tried his hardest.
I think that Goofy is a dog. Every time I Google search what is Goofy, I keep seeing dog, but then I see cow, and then I'm confused. But then when I searched up what the creators Walt Disney and Will Jackson think about it, I mean they're dead. They say that they created Goofy as a dog, and well, I don't think my grandma's dog or my dog, I don't think they're smart enough to go to college. He barked at the Wi-Fi guy, so I doubt he'd do good around a bunch of other dogs. He already does not like the other dog that's next to him. Well, people are saying that dogs can't drive, but I didn't think that princesses could talk to birds or animals. But it's logical because it's a cartoon show. Everything is Disney. I also didn't know toys can come alive, but that's Pixar. They're not the same thing, but that's why I think that Goofy is a dog.
I think that Goofy is a man, but not just a man, a U.S. World War II soldier. Okay, there's multiple, and I know it seems like a stretch, but I have evidence. Okay, first of all, when was the first solo Goofy show? When was it made? 1939. And that was the time when World War II happened. And second of all, I searched what Goofy was, and it didn't just say an anthropomorphic dog. It said dog face. And I searched what dog face means, and it is a U.S. soldier in World War II.
Okay, I think Goofy is a dog. I think Goofy is a dog because, like, I don't know how he looks like a man. Like, his face is way different than our faces. Like, I mean, unless you think we look like ugly dogs, but Goofy also, his wife, it doesn't really matter who he dates. It's just like, it's just a show, and it could be anyone. He could date Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck. It doesn't matter. And also in how you guys are saying, like, it is true that he is a dog, but when you guys say that there's just a man sitting there, it doesn't make sense anyways. It doesn't sit right with him and his face. Like, how would a man, like, it doesn't even have a snout. It's just like a big Pinocchio nose.
Okay, outer circle. Any thoughts on how this group communicated?
I say they did pretty good.
I noticed that when she was talking about her argument, she started messing with her foot, and then when Army Sweater was talking, he paused and grabbed his shoelace and started talking. I noticed that
a blue jacket will be good. Keep them playing off like that.
I say that they did like really good. And oh wait, yeah. Also, just because I wanted to say another thing, I really liked how they made the argument. It was really good. I like how they graded it.
I also noticed that girl in the little Red Riding Hood sweater looking like thing. She went after the quietest kid in the class, and she was like, BAM! I noticed that everybody went with dogs, and only 2 people went with the man. So I feel like everybody had like the same ideas with the dog, you know, just stealing everybody's ideas and just adding more. I noticed besides the one here, she was exposed to it.
I noticed that Emma said she was looking for evidence other than yours, and she had the same evidence as everybody in the first group.
I noticed that everyone wants to play with something, and I also noticed that almost everyone wants to keep repeating DB Dog. I also noticed that Spider-Man Twitter got her checklist out and used white Adidas sweater as an example.
I noticed that 2 people that did not actually try to find like a perfect way to compose their argument. Like pink shirt with blue jacket. She said try his hardest. Like I feel like it would be more better if like she said that he tried his best. And a girl with gray pants and black jacket. I think like you should not say that characters should be creating their designer. Like it should have been like creator, like making the character however they want, not the character creating the creator instead.
I didn't say that.
Yes, she did. She did. It was an accident though.
I noticed that 2 very specific people, maybe not a black sweater, said anthropomorphic round.
Okay, so that wraps up our conversation this week. I'll try to come up with better evidence, I guess. More resources.
Last thing before the video ends, make sure to like and subscribe
And hit the notification bell.
You don't have to.
Or
It's alright.
Spider will-
I'll be okay if you don't. Say goodbye.